Legend of Total War here with turn 3 of the Westeros Total War Hotseat campaign as House Martell. Okay, so once again, there's not much I can do. Things don't look good for me with this Hotseat. Because basically everyone seems to be teaming up against me, it seems. Which is a shame. I almost can't play Hotseats anymore without everyone just declaring war on me straight away. What it seems to be is that, obviously, everyone's, because of my previous victories, everyone's either scared or concerned about me. So, the Tyrells have blocked me in here, because the thing is, you've got to understand there's no spies, no artillery. You besiege any settlement, gives... And don't forget the Sally Out AI script is god-awful in this. So you really do need allies. So the Tyrells said that he doesn't want me moving out this way, which obviously makes sense. I wouldn't want him coming in this way as well either. But I don't start off with a navy. He did offer me an alliance, but there was no conditions on the alliance, as in, we'll team up against this person or anything like that. So I declined it. I mean, I'm not going to have an alliance with someone that just serves no purpose. I mean, that's not the point of an alliance. That's a non-aggression pact, and I don't sign non-aggression pacts. Rampaned also wanted to offer me a non-aggression pact. I don't want a non-aggression pact. I don't really need to go and attack them. The thing is, it's the way Westeros Total War works is that you can be very defensive. But the problem is, and this is what's concerning me, is that Egyptian Viking had a huge advantage in the start, in that he was surrounded, that he was able to go first. And because he went first, Captain Invisible didn't get a single turn to move his things inside of castles, because everyone starts off with armies outside their castles. So Egyptian Viking took that opportunity to take a ton of his territories, which is skillful for him, but unfair for Captain Invisible. Anyway, because of those massive losses on turn 1, which he couldn't do anything about to avoid, so no dishonor for him or no skill, nothing he could have done against it, he got ganked and apparently is now on his way out. Now, if we have a look at what that's done for the Lannisters, he's managed to gain, he started off with 11 settlements, he now has 15. So he's gained 4 settlements extra. And they've lost settlements as well. So, if you have a look at everyone here, they're the only ones that have had any settlements interchange, apparently. I don't know exactly what's going on everywhere. I start off with 9, maintain 9. But I've spoken to other people and nobody seems to give a shit about the Lannisters. They all want to stop me, apparently. So I can't move. Because the thing is, if I move my armies outside the city, if I go and hide them anywhere, my settlements are going to be not well protected. One thing I definitely should do, because I can't get spies. The only agent I really can get are diplomats. So I'll see what I can do with the diplomat. Because you can use diplomats to bribe enemy settlements. Not settlements, forts, if I was going to do that. Because there are absolutely no spies in this game. There are assassins, but their usefulness is a bit meh, I don't know. I'm going to also build a fort, a watchtower here. And head him back to God's grace. I've got to make sure all my guys are either completely out of range of the enemy or forted up. Now, forts do cost a lot of money in this, so I don't know. I mean, it's kind of difficult. It doesn't seem like any of my options seem good. Like, obviously, I've got to attack someone if I want to win this, because everyone should be playing to win. So winning is, last man standing. There are no victory conditions, so it's last man standing. Like I said, I've spoken to Koda. He's content with doing nothing. He starts off in a solid economical position, so it's fine for him. He can just sit there and build up his regions. I don't really know what his intentions are. I think he wants to go and take out Stannis. And I heard that Stannis lost a major battle against Joffrey. So that's probably going to happen. And Saxon King, he's the administrator of the Hotseat, so he could be one of the first to be eliminated. If that is the case, I don't know. Who I choose to be allied with is very important. If I choose the wrong person, it's going to fuck me up. But my economy is not bad. It's not great either. I can build one thing. Now the thing is, like, I've had a look at all the buildings, and this seems to be the only thing that's going to provide a decent, you know, return on investment. Because it increases the population growth here, which obviously population growth is important, and increases trade income. This is obviously between our own faction. So an extra almost 100. Now this costs 2,500, so it would take about 30 turns for me to make my return on investment there. And then of course 60 turns to double it, roughly. However, the trade income has it as a way of sort of piling up. You know, an increase in trade goods here might actually have a trickle effect on all these regions as well. Only a small amount. And of course extra, what's it called? Brain farted. Extra population growth will also increase money. It would have been good if I could have hired a diplomat maybe closer to the frontier, but I only start off with one city and all these goddamn castles. Which, you know, our position's, you know, not good for expansion. And both of these factions here are going to be extremely wary of me, and I don't think anyone wants to play ball with me on this one. So what I need to do, I think, is just sit back and relax, and just wait until I'm not the biggest threat on everyone's lips. So once the Lannisters get huge, which everyone's probably going to let them do that, they're probably going to take out the Tullys and then, I don't know, go after Arryn or the Starks. And when they start losing, people are going to go, oh, maybe we shouldn't be worrying about Legend right now. Maybe we should worry about Egyptian Viking. Because the thing is, though, Egyptian Viking, just like me, came from Total War Center Hotseat. So he's probably just as good at it as I am. But nobody knows that yet, because, you know, he's only just been administered to the group. So I'm just going to sit back and let everyone know, basically, he's just as good as I am. Maybe you should actually care, you know, go and fight him. And when that does happen, then I can make my move. But until then, I really have no choice but to sit around and wait for that to happen. I'll still recruit my navy here, even though Koda's blocked me, because eventually he'll either decide to blockade me or go away. Either way, I want my navy, or want my ship there, just in case when the time comes. Actually, I do wonder, maybe I mean, it doesn't cost that much in upkeep. It might be an idea just to decide right here and now whether or not I want to attack Koda or not, or even defend against him, as in aggressive defense. It might be an idea to just cancel that, because that's blocked in. He's not going anywhere, and I really am feeling like Koda. It will not for a very long time will be a good opportunity to attack Koda. So, however, Rampaned over here, I don't want to attack him necessarily, but you got to leave your options open. So, you know, I mean, he could have recruited a ship over here as well. I mean, who knows? He might come down here and blockade this port. So I'm wondering if I should actually cancel this. I won't get all of the money back from it, but I'm just wondering if I should. Because the thing is, building that will consume all of the money I gain from this. I mean, it's not very much. We got to look for any little thing we can do to. I tell you what I can do. I don't really need this many Dornish spearmen. I mean, any player worth their salt will just be able to kill them in a manually resolved battle anyway. So I'm going to disband a couple, maybe. Just because I just need to save some money somewhere. And actually get units that are good, which are cavalry. If there's one advantage I do have, I'm the only faction that gets missile cav. Both javelin and horse archers. Nobody else can get them. And in sally out battles, horse archers are fantastic for dealing with that, because they're, you know, you send your heavy cav or whatever to get rid of the enemy regular archers, that's easy, and then use your horse archers to shoot the enemy general, and then the rest of that's easy. Don't forget, we are also paying on large unit scale, not huge, because that's the way Saxon King has set it up. I personally don't like that, but it does actually make it easier for aggressive battles, I think, because they don't get so stuck. Just thinking, like, obviously disbanding free units is not a good idea. So that's a castle, it's a fortress. There's no upgrading settlements in this game. It can't be done. Cannot be upgraded. But yeah, if I manage to make a little bit more money with every single turn, then I can build a bit more, invest a bit more, and then have a bit more money later down the track. And I'm kind of wishing I had disband a bit more, because both of these guys have issued, basically they want to blockade me, but they don't want to attack me. So if that's the case, it might be good to focus on our economy so that when it does come time to attack, we can get our shit together. And these guys here, they're not really going to help me, so I'm going to disband one of them. So, right, because looking at that, I've freed up, 350 extra florins per turn. And I could go even further than that. Like, I just don't need these forces here. In a Saliad battle, they're not going to be able to do much at all. What they'll do is they'll just take out my general, and then that's it anyway. And this is, see, looking at that right now, that will provide me with more money. Still not really much I can do with it, but I mean, also there's not much I can build here anyway. One thing I want to build over here is if I can build a chic stable, this unit here will become free upkeep, and these are very expensive to upkeep. So obviously, having them as free upkeep would be good. These Dornish Knights, I do want to keep them, but they're not free upkeep. Where else do I have units that perhaps I could... I can't disband generals, nor would I want to. So it's weird going into a campaign and actually disbanding troops right at the get-go, but like I said, they've blockaded me off. All I can really do is wait for a good opportunity, and I you know, I've told them if they're going to block me off, I'm not going to be exactly friendly to them I'll kick them when they're down, basically, if they're going to do this to me now. Which, you know, it makes sense for them to do it to me now. And, you know, in order for Egyptian Viking to get to me, he is going to have to attack either Tuly, sorry, not Tuly, he's already done Tuly, Tyrell or their lands. So, we'll see. And maybe at some point, maybe these two will wake up and actually decide that he's a big threat. Like I said, we'll see what needs to be done. I'm at the mercy of other people's decisions at the moment. He's made a fort right here, Renly. So I wouldn't want to be going by land anyway, because whatever. It cost him money to build that fort, so he's not developing up his cities. That being said, it's going to take a very long time for me to make an advantage, make these settlements worth it. There really isn't anything else I could do. I've got an agent here, Arryn Princess. I wonder if she'll be able to... I don't think she'll be able to progress through there without... Because the... Oh, shit. No. Do not do that. Because what I could have her do is, obviously, marry one of his generals. Or I could even maybe bribe that fort. If I wanted to, which I don't. Not yet, anyway. How long will that diplomat take to recruit? Just one turn. I may want multiple diplomats. But until then, I really just don't have any choice. I just keep building up my money as much as possible. And that's all I can do. So, sorry if it's a bit boring. I'm doing whatever I can. I don't have any options right now. But then again, you know, I'm Doran. I'm in a really good, strong position here. No one's going to come here and attack me. I've got a good cavalry faction. There's no point recruiting right now because I'm not at war with anyone. No one's really wanting to go to war with me. It's not to their advantage. None of my settlements should be able to be taken. It's just that I'm concerned that if one faction managed to, you know, absorb 3 other factions, they'll have a super economy and I just won't be able to resist them eventually, if that does happen, which means at some point I'm going to have to expand. Anyway, let's move on to the next turn and see how things play out. This is going to be a very long hot seat, regardless of how this goes down, so I'm certainly not going to be one of the first players eliminated, if I will be eliminated. But however, the advantage at this point is certainly not in my favour. I can recognise that. It's certainly in House Lannister. It all depends on how everyone else decides to react to him. Whether or not they decide it's time for Legend to be defeated, even if it means this guy's going to win. If that's the case, well, like I said, if it takes 5 people to take me down, I can still hold my head up high because, you know, that still doesn't mean someone took me out one-on-one. Everyone's afraid to do that. Anyway, that's the end of this episode, so like and subscribe. Turn 4 will be next, and House Lannister's next, and don't forget to check out his video. We'll see you next time, fuckers.